It's just the two of us in our study group these days. So as you see Scott administering an off flavor panel here, we do that for each other and we rotate weeks. The master exam gives you 2 different panels that have off flavors like this, and so you have 8 samples. There are 29 off flavors listed on the syllabus, and it's just you and the samples. You got to guess which one. We'll set that up for each other, and whoever's administering the panel, the other person will mix up the samples for them, so at least they get a recognition test on that first time through, right? So they'll know what's on panel, but at least you get a pass and you don't know exactly which placement it's in, and you can practice kind of recognizing which samples those are. So that's a 15-minute panel. After that's done, we'll mix them up for each other and we'll do it again. So that second panel is a recognition test for both of us, right? And that's just another way of solidifying what we're already learning, trying to recognize it a little bit more quickly, and get a little bit of time with these off flavors that we invested in. They're expensive. You get those spikes going and it's tough. You can see mixed results here. Scott's super good at this. Me, not so much, working on it. And then at the very least, we will administer 2 additional panels for each other. We might mix them up, which ones they are. Tonight, we're going to administer a technical description panel for each other. On the master exam, this is the one that you get 4 samples, and you have to do a full technical write-up on the panel, listing, as much technical details as you possibly can, and using technical terminology along the way. We can take this panel at the same time as long as we hide the samples from each other, obviously, so kind of trying to be efficient here, but we think this is a really underrated and difficult panel on the master exam. You have to be thorough. You have to cover aroma, appearance, taste, mouthfeel, finish. This includes things like, can you see alcohol legs, foam retention? What are the technical, malt compounds that you're getting? Try to handwrite in full sentences as much as you can. And you have 15 minutes, so really 3.5 minutes per sample. Feels impossible, but we're practicing. We're trying to get quite a bit better at it. And then, without fail, this is just sort of the funnest one to practice. We administer a style identification panel for each other. And on the master exam, that's 7 samples. You got 15 minutes, no answer bank, no help whatsoever. It's just you and the samples. What beer style is it? There's over 100 on the Master Cicerone syllabus that you have to know. They could serve any of them. They go by the BJCP guidelines in terms of the statistics and kind of the qualitative components of each style, and they'll often serve you commercial examples that are even listed on the BJCP guidelines, but they don't have to. And they might pick a local example of something esoteric, something niche. And so we've been mixing that into our study a little bit, where it's 7 samples, but we'll give each other 5 commercial examples and sprinkle something in to see if we can kind of get it by deductive reasoning. And this panel is really deductive. You're essentially hunting for clues, right? What ester character are you getting? What malt character are you getting? Is there any hop character, bitterness, aroma? And you kind of cross off styles as you go, maybe incorporate some that you think might be a possibility. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses too. You might really struggle with the difference between porter and stout. You might be awesome at it and variably struggle with the pale lagers. It all depends. And so really what we try to do is in 15 minutes get 2 full passes of each style panel and narrow it down to a 50-50. Is this Helles or is it Kolsch? Is this porter or is it stout? And you're really just crossing off styles as you go, making sure you try to use all the available evidence to you. And You're also balancing your instincts, what comes to you first, with that second pass and trying to determine, okay, did I get more evidence that makes me change my mind on this style? Now everyone's least favorite part. Sorry, not drinking 30 beers on a Monday night. Study comes with sacrifice.